processing. You guys hear a little bit of creaking in the audio. That's actually my computer chair. It's a bit creaky. It's getting old, you know. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of action here in the far west. Some wars going on here. Oh no, are they gonna take my last settlement? Very close. I'm so worried. Chaldeki's at war. Actually, a lot of the Greek factions are already at war with each other. Wars are occurring. Look at this. Korkia versus the Incheli tribes. That's what I meant to do. I wanted to see who Boetio was at war with. The neighbors next door to them. Yeah, these guys. Oh, Focus. The faction nation Focus. At war with Boeotia. Wow. It's a tight war. Like, you know, they don't have a lot of territory, so it's very claustrophobic. Look at all the military units pressing against the borders. Gee whiz. What a mess, huh? I'm glad I'm not a part of that. Wow. Delphi is being attacked. Okay, the turn is processed. Got a pop-up menu here. Morale of Methone decreased by 20%. That is our settlement. Low or no supplies sow unrest and panic among the people. You should try to find a solution soon, as the situation deteriorates fast, and you could lose Methone. Okay, now it's putting me on this Hoplet unit, but I'm gonna bypass this just for now. I'm gonna unlock myself out of this. I want to look at the Methone right now. It's on my mind. Lopidna, gone. Belongs to Macedonia now. Methone is severely damaged. It's taking a bit of a morale hit because it's no longer getting supplies. It has a bit of a supply line, so it's a port city. This line here signifies a little bit of trade happening. So the city is getting a little bit of supplies in, which is good actually, but it's also losing supplies because the Macedonian have taken all the tiles surrounding the city. Whenever you take all the tiles around a city, you're cutting off its supply chain, you know, for agriculture in particular. And you're also cutting off any sort of supply between your intercontinental cities. Not that there are any intercontinental cities now next door because they took Pydna from me. But I'm very worried they're going to take Methone next turn. Of course, this axeman or this warrior is quite injured. Actually, he's almost dead. Like he attacked me so hard that he almost killed himself. Isn't that funny? He attacked my settlement. What can I do with this? I can try a 2-turn repair job again. I kind of wasted my money on Pydna doing that because they ended up taking it over anyway. But I might try it here. It's sort of costly. 6 stone pieces, 6-7 stone, 4 copper. A little bit costly, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try to hold this for as long as I can. Maybe he won't attack me again because he's so weak. But I hope another military unit doesn't run in. I know they have a Peltas somewhere. I know they have a warrior cavalry somewhere. So we'll see. I'm gonna get a repair going on there, and now we're gonna move on to the Hoplet. Okay. So actually, when this Hoplet attacked that Kavala city or whatever it was, it did not make it. This city did not make it. It didn't have enough population to sustain the attack, so the whole thing crumbled. So the that city was completely abandoned. So I don't have to worry about being responsible for it anymore, at least. Now we're gonna venture down to Amphipolis, which I think might be a Macedonian city. We're gonna take over this space here, actually first, because I'm going to try to flip the tile just north of it for free. You know, pinching it off. Yep, it did it. See how that worked out? It just automatically flipped because this tile was more or less surrounded by my tiles. It also independent tiles count too, because that's not one of their tiles, the enemy's tiles. It counts as a foreign tile, so that kind of helped me out actually as well. Okay, so see these red circles? Once I am clicking on my unit, these red circles mean that these are zones of attrition. These will damage my unit if I end my turn standing on one of those. What you want to see are the yellow circle tiles, means you know you're safe. You're not gonna go through attrition. Red is bad, and if you hover over it, the red will be in percentiles. The higher the percentile, the worse the attrition will be. If it ever says tile is not supplied, big bold red letters as it does here, that means it's 100%. That means it's not supplied at all, and you will take the full brunt of attrition, which is pretty bad. Attrition means your armies will start starving, and they will also take damage, or considerable damage to their health and defense. So you have to be very, very careful about standing on these tiles for your last turn. If you do so, be prepared to take a hit. So I'm going to go to this tile because it's safe. It's right in between the attrition tiles here. Okay, took that one over as well. Also, depending, whenever you take over a tile that's close to an attrition border, sometimes those ones will open up or free up, or the percentile will get better on those tiles, because you're sort of creating a supply line behind you by taking over and flipping tiles. As long as you have colored land that is opening up towards other nearby cities or settlements that belong to you, you're automatically opening up a supply line, which will help to reduce attrition to further your military's venture into, you know, barbaric territory or enemy territory. Also, roads. If you have roads that are being built towards the zone of attrition, that will greatly help out. Roads help to make supply lines quicker, and can kind of expand them outwards better, like tentacles. So yeah, roads are good. You want to build roads towards attrition areas if you think that's a worthy investment. We don't have a settler right now here, so we can't even do that. So unfortunately, we just have to, we gotta walk into this attritional mess to some degree. If I were to take over this enemy settlement right here and flip it to mine, then the settlement itself and the surrounding territory will flip over to non-attrition, because there's a certain amount of resources and food that comes from the settlements, so long it's the healthy settlement that you took over. If the settlement is under fire or flame, it's going to be in attrition mode still. If the settlement is in ruins, it's going to be in attrition mode still. So we have to be recognizant of that. The only way that attrition will drop or attrition will go away in surrounding tiles and the city itself is if the city is not damaged, it's not a ruin, or it's not in flames. Okay, so what are we going to do now? I think we are safe in this tile, and we have 2 action points left. Our attack is good. We could go right out and attack diagonal adjacent. We can just attack Amphipolis and hopefully take it over, and we might go through a turn or 2 of attrition, depending on the damage of the city. But then if we can get that kind of organized in order, then we'll be okay. We'll get out of attrition. Maybe we can heal our hoplite unit up a little bit, or moving further west into Macedonian territory. So let's go ahead and attack them. It looks like a reliable assessment. They took one of my cities, I'm going to take one of their cities. Okay, so we took Amphipolis. Those are the end stats. And our army morale increased by 6%, which is good. And these are the resources that we were able to sack the settlement with. Not too bad. Not too bad. Now it snapped us to our next unit, but I don't really want to go to the next snap 2 yet, so I'm going to unlock myself from that. And I'm going to click on the mini-map and go all the way back up to where Amphipolis is, because I want to actually look at my unit a little bit more in detail. I'm not quite done with this yet. He's very bloody, so that attack actually did a number on my hoplite. His overall strength is pretty much halved now, maybe 60%. Quite bloody. I'm going to need to heal up. The Amphipolis city is damaged, but yeah, and actually the attrition did help. It picked up a little bit, so I guess when a city is damaged and ruins, you still get some supply from it. It's just reduced. So I guess I got to take that back, guys. My apologies. If a settlement is in ruins, you can still get a level of resources and supply from that. Supply, I would say, more so supply. But not 100%. As you can see, this next door tile, it still says supplied only 80%. So before it said none of these were supplied at all, like no supply. But this is now, yeah, this tile is 80%. This tile over here is 60% supply. This one up here is 100%. That's okay, that's the one we came from, it was always 100%. But yeah, these improved a little bit. And once we fix up this town, then we'll get 100% supply in the surrounding area, which would be great. Now, can we repair this? No, we can't repair the city right now. And why? Let's hover over the repair icon. It's because we don't have enough copper, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to wait until we either get enough copper or until the townsfolk repair this themselves. We have a heavy hit of loyalty. This city is only 20% loyal to us, so that could be concerning. It could try to flip back over to the Macedonians again. The morale of the city has been reduced quite a bit. They only have 40% morale right now. Also, this city was apparently working on a defensive structure before we attacked it, and it is still doing so. When you take over an enemy settlement, if they were currently working on a project, funny enough, they will continue to work on that project even after you've taken over the settlement. So they're saying in 2 turns a defensive settlement or a defensive infrastructure will be built here. That's pretty cool, because I didn't have to pay for it. They technically paid for it, but now the we're making the population finish the job. Okay, we do have an option here to enslave the citizens of this settlement. Covered over there, we can do that. We would get 3.5 slave population from that, but it will decrease the general morale of the city by 30%, or up to 30%, which isn't really doing the morale of the city any favors because we already have a reduction of morale. So if we do that, we will get slaves, but the general morale could get much worse. It could get close to 100%. So yeah, general morale, in the city, really, I think I've already mentioned this before, but it mostly is a multiplier calculator for city defense buff. So if the enemy came and attacked us while the morale of the city is very low, it would probably be able to take the town extremely easy because we have a debuff against us now. So that's the main thing, about that. Also, if we have any military units stationed inside or garrisoned inside of a low morale city, those military units will start to match the low morale of the city. The military unit morale will start to reduce to meet what the city morale is like. So we got to be very mindful of that too. The longer your military unit stays in a low morale city. Not really a smart move. You probably try not to do that, but oftentimes in the game I feel like you have to, because you can't go anywhere else and you need to defend that town, so you have to stay there and you need to garrison because there's enemies around you. Sometimes if you don't really have a choice and it sucks, but yeah. Now if your unit is standing outside of the city or on top of the city tile, you will not take that morale hit over time just because the city has low morale, but you're not garrisoned at the same time, right? So you're just standing outside of the city. You can fortify, do a quick fort out of the city, but you're not garrisoned. Garrisoning is stronger than the quick fort. I believe the quick fort is something like a 20% defense multiplier, whereas if you garrison inside of a city, it's like a 50% defense multiplier for the unit, and also the city, I believe, itself. We are not going to enslave them. I'm going to keep the city for now, partly because I want to try to create a bit of a supply line moving west into Macedonian territory. I don't want to continue west and be getting to all sorts of attritional trouble too quickly. We're starving. So yeah, I will leave that be. Now I'm a little bit worried because when I'm looking further west into Macedonian territory, I'm actually not seeing any settlements here at all. There could be something in the fog of war, but if there's nothing, that could be a problem. Because there's no way I'm going to walk my hoplite across this wooded territory, running through all sorts of attrition, and then there's a river here, which I may not even be able to pass as a hoplite, just to get the Therma to attack it. And their capital's right next door. They probably have at least one unit here, defending and protecting. By the time my hoplite gets here, I'm probably going to be worn out, tired, super damaged, and I could die from combat. So I am starting to double think persisting west. I might just hunker down here and keep Amphibolus, and hopefully that might be a bit of a diversion to reorient some of the units here to try to walk across all of their land to get here to attack, right? I'm just trying to take off any pressure I can from Methone. Now that's my only remaining settlement there. But I do feel a little bit good, at least, that I was able to take one of their settlements, one of their port settlements, because they took one of my port settlements. So we'll see about that. Okay, skip unit turn. I'm just going to keep my hoplite there for now. Well, he can't move anyway. He's out of action points. My settler. What do I want to do with this settler? Oh, I see my gold mine here. I'd like to make a road to my gold mine. So, I think... Let me check the build structures. Okay. I'm gonna run my settler up to Marathon. I still have some action points available. What I'm gonna do is build a road connecting. So this icon here is build road connecting, or the build route. This one allows you to build multiple stretches of road in sequence. There's also another icon that is a single icon for build road. You can just build one single road only on that tile. It's not here for some reason. I don't know why it's not here. The destroy road symbol is here, but basically there's normally another one right beside the build route connector that looks just like this one, the single road. It just does not have an X through it. No destruction. Huh, that's weird how it's not here. But anyway, I'm actually looking for the build route connector anyway, so I'm going to click on that, and then you can kind of do a snap to line as to the route of road that you want built automatically over time. So I'm going to pin this one between Marathon to this gold mine up here, and it's saying that it's going to take 2 turns for me to build these roads to get there. It's going to cost me 2 units of wood and 1.6 units of stone to get this job done, and that's fine by me. So I'm going to right click my mouse button and issue that, and he's starting to get to work on the road on that first tile there. Once I get a road connected between Marathon and gold, my gold production will pick up a little bit actually. Let's look at the mine. Whoops. I want to click on this mine, click into the mine. See the production of the mine? It says 4.8. So citizens from one of these 2 nearby towns, I don't know which one exactly right now, but they are working this. So I'm getting 4.8 gold per turn from this mine. And the production value We will go back into this later once the road is complete, and we'll check it out again and see how much it's increased, how much a dirt road connected between Marathon to the gold mine will enhance our production. Okay, let's skip the turn, snap to the next. Okay, this guy again. We have a boat underway, Samos. It's still going to be 1 or 2 turns before it gets here, so I think we can train him even more. We learned him the defense skill. Let's learn him the assault skill as well. A little bit of resources there, not too bad though. 1 turn to get that in order. Okay. Yeah, so the Odrysian warrior had left, like I thought he would. He went back home to the capital to lick his wounds, which is good for us. And we're going to do the same. So now normally if I knew there's an immediate threat right here, I would make a quick fort right now. And then on the next turn, because the fort expends all your action points, but then on the next turn I would get into healing myself, self-healing. But in this case, I'm sure the enemy is going to stay in the capital for at least a few more turns. I'm not concerned about him popping out, so I can do a little healing right away. I might make that my priority and then fortify afterwards. Now, I'm going to show you guys how, for those who have played this game already, I'm going to show you guys how you can do a self-heal on the map. So yes, you can stand just outside in the wilderness. You can stand, wherever you'd like on any different type of terrain tile. And you can click on this button down here. It's called the self-heal. Basically you're just wrapping yourself up. You're tending to your own self, your own unit, and trying to do like a little bit of a mini heal. Self-heal takes 1 turn to complete. The defense penalty while you're healing yourself for that next turn is a 50% reduction. So if you choose to self-heal yourself, that puts you at a weak defensive stance. If the enemy attacks you next turn, they will do 50% more damage against you, which is actually pretty scary. So be very careful when you're doing the self-heal if you're not well defended. It tells us that our attack power will increase to that figure. Also, our defensive power will increase to that figure. So right now we're at 2.4 attack. It's saying it'll increase us to 2.73 in healing. Right now we're at 1.8 in health defense. It's saying it'll increase us by 0.2 to 2 full points. So yeah, not too bad. I'm going to take the risk and go for it. So self-heal. Okay. And I think also with the self-heal, depending on what land terrain you're on, you might heal a little more or a little less. It depends on the terrain you're on. And maybe the weather conditions too, like if you're in snow or you're in desert. Now with the vanilla game, weather conditions don't actually exist. It's more like, I should say it's terrain conditions, but sometimes the terrain can look like weather. So it's sort of synonymous between the two. Now I want to say this, that in the latest DLC that just came out today, or to date, it's Julius Caesar and Gaul. Caesar versus the barbarians. This new DLC. It's actually a really good DLC, and there are actually 2 games in one with this DLC. But they have a new implementation that was put into that game, and it's absolutely amazing. It's a weather system. I've never seen a weather system in any strategy game ever, I don't think, that actually has a function. So yeah, Cube came out with that. They programmed that in, and they did a really good job on it, actually. Where your units will take more attrition when they're in hot heat or cold freezing weather, and also food. There's an effect on food, so when the winter hits, the crops do not grow very well at all, or when the weather gets way too hot, like scorching hot, like almost desert hot, your farms won't grow, and your nation will start taking attrition. All your settlements will start taking attrition because not enough food. Your armies will start taking attrition because not enough food. Also, just your armies walking in the snow or in the cold, freezing weather or the hot temperatures or deserts. If they're walking in that for too long, they will start taking some damage, perhaps, or more so, fatigue. They will not attack very well. They will not defend very well. But this game does not. This main game does not have that mechanic involved, and that's fine. I mean, this is the main game and vanilla game. So, but yeah, really cool features to look forward to. With a few games in the future, and I think they're probably going to stick and keep that weather system in for their future DLCs and any future games, possibly. It's great. It's absolutely wonderful and fun, and it brings a whole new strategical dynamic to games like this. So, job well done. But this game has, it has territorial, geographical kind of, attrition and things like that to be mindful of. So he's built farms now, and what else can I do with this settler? I'm kind of ran out of space for farms. I don't really need to build anymore. I mean, I could preemptively build farms on these adjacent tiles for when the pop does pick up. It's got to get to pop 3, to be able to fill all of the adjacent tiles surrounding it. But I don't know if I really want to do that right now. I could build a road from Perinthos somewhere. Got Rhodus over there, kind of encroaching into Odrysian territory. I think the Odrysians are up here. It's either the Odrysians are up here or it's all Barbaric clan. And I could make a road over to their capital city, maybe to try to attack at some point. I'm gonna think about this one. I could try a little bit of something. Let's bring the settler back to the city, and then so we can build from there. And let's build a little bit of a road out. I'm just gonna build a road right out here, just peek out of our borders a bit. I hope there's no barbarians out there. Let's do that. Okay, we'll let him sit there a little longer. He's still waiting for his boat. Same with this poplet. Let him sit. And that's that. Process to the next turn. Yeah, I think the first portion of this video will be somewhat tutorial-like for those who haven't played this game. It'll kind of give you the down low on how this game runs and functions and what you can do in it and how things work. Bit of a learning curve, but at some point the tutorial I guess my version of tutorial will taper off, and there won't be too much more to learn. And it'll get more down to turn-by-turn strategy. Oh, here we are. Being attacked. Oh, they haven't taken it? Yeah, they're gonna take it, I swear. They got 3 units there. Oh, they didn't take it. I am surprised. Oh, that is not good. Oh my. Oh no. They have 3 units of warriors right there. I was surprised a unit came back to attack me. It was a brand new unit, I think. Not sure, but I did not know they had so many units up there. We're in trouble now, up in the north. I'm not feeling very confident about our establishments up north. Bokies. Looks like they're about to, yep, they took the Mine from Boitia. Oh. That unit got slaughtered. It seems very back and forth, the aggression between those two nations. No, oh, you see this? How dare they? Do you want to accept signing peace treaty from the Adresian Kingdom after they killed my unit? Oh. See, I'm very compelled to say yes because I am undefended in that settlement up in the north. Completely undefended. I have one settler working away. I could tuck that settler in to the city as a garrison. It has no attack strength, but it can at least add a little extra health defense to the settlement. But it won't last long, because I just saw that they have 3 units of warriors up there, 2 of which are injured, another who is at full health. Ugh, that really sucks. I'm gonna say yes to sign this peace, but it just sucks because I had to lose a unit before the peace was signed. We'll say yes. They offered that peace arrangement with me, so... Methone joined Macedonia. Oh no. Starving Methone felt abandoned by Athens and went over to Macedonia. Methone was starved and too weak to continue the resistance. Yeah, they had attacked that city. They didn't take it though that turn, so I was a little bit happy about that. But then, as the turn processed, the people of that settlement decided to flip over to the enemy because, well, they were pretty badly damaged, and I guess they were starving. Not enough food, so they just surrendered to the enemy. Technological progress. Important steps have been taken to accelerate further research. Time and costs for paving technology is reduced. The saved resources will be put to good use elsewhere. Oh, okay. So if and when we decide or can learn the paving technology, the time to research it will be reduced, as well as the cost for purchasing that research. That's good to know. I wonder why we got that technological progress. We must have seen it somewhere with our culture group neighbors, like maybe we saw paved roads somewhere, and we're trying to mimic it now. Okay, so this hoplite, let's train it to become a city raider. I believe Diop's army, the Peltist unit here, has learned everything it can for now for skill sets, and I've also noticed that our boat has arrived. Now, I'm going to double think this. I'm going to click out to unlock. I want to click out of this unit. I'm double thinking this. See, originally I was trying to get a rescue crew up here to the north to take to help defend Methone and Pagnia. Now I'm not so sure I want to do that. We actually have a boat that came here just too little too late. This is our hoplite unit. Darn. Came here 1 turn too late. Now, the question is, do I want to take it over again? Should I fight to take these cities back? I can do that easily because their morale is extremely low, and people are still quite loyal to us even though they have flipped. These cities are badly damaged. I'm worried that if I attack them, I might accidentally wipe them out because the population is so low on these. What do I want to do with this? Let's look at... I'm going to go into the State Window tab and look at our objectives. This one right here I'm looking at, defend colonies. Athens finds herself at war once again. Okay, we need to see our colonies, especially those along the Thracian coast and Gulf of Therma, including Otadia and in Chaldaki. Okay. If we are able to hold most of them for a minimum of several years, their security will be better assured for the near future. Okay, most of them. So these islands up here, I think it incorporates Methone and Pagnia, but especially Podite and, saying that right, and Thracia. So probably holding Neapolis, probably holding Abdera, probably holding Parenthos. If we can hold all of these, or at least most of them, we will get that that objective met. So a part of me wants to try to retain that and keep that. Maybe I'll try to take these back and hold them. I will try with my Hoplet. If there's too much pressure on my Hoplet, they're sending down too many units from Macedon, I might scram. I'm going to leave this boat here as a quick getaway just in case, because I do not want to lose an expensive Hoplet unit, but I'll try to see what I can do. And I'll send another backup boat with a unit up here too. If I can get one unit garrisoned and defending Methone once I take it back, and also another unit defending and garrisoning Pagna, I might be able to hold for a while. We'll go with that strategy. Okay, so I have the boat selected. I'm going to select the military unit inside of the boat, the Hoplet. Quite a powerful unit, actually. And you are not allowed to outright attack a land from a settlement from the coast. You have to land on a more vacant land first, and establish, and then attack the city from there on in the next turn. Now, landing on coastal for a unit generally exacerbates all of its action points, everything, until you learn a certain technology called Amphibious, which allows the unit to retain some of its action points even after it lands on a shore. See, landing, the effort involved landing on the shore apparently really taxes out a military unit. That's why. So we'll land between our two cities, which have now been occupied by Macedon. Yeah, see, we lost all of our action points on that one. Now, I don't want to snap to just yet. Let's go back up. I want to take a look at Hoplet unit who I just saw. So there are two units right next to us. We got an enemy Peltist unit and a enemy warrior cavalry unit. Now the warrior cavalry is very weak right now, has 0 attack, so they must have taken some good damage. However, the Peltist unit is basically like 95% healthy, which is, you know, mostly a fully healthy unit. But I think we would be able to sustain an attack by one, especially both of those units, if they should attack my Hoplet next turn. Okay, that's fine for now. Leave that boat there, and I will board my Peltist onto this navy vessel. And oh, I'm out of action points. That's the thing too. When you board a military unit onto a navy unit, the navy unit will also lose some of its action points. I don't think it lost all action points because it probably this navy boat probably used some action points just to get here. So next turn we'll sail off and we'll go up north. Okay, I'll let this unit sit here for now. I'm actually out of gold, so I can't learn a new skill. So we'll skip that unit's turn. And this Hoplet, right, he was badly wounded due to attrition for now. And I don't think I'm anywhere near repairing the city yet. Can I repair? Oh, I can repair the city. It costs a lot, though. Yes. What do I want to do with that? I think I do want to put the bill here and repair at this point. Amphipolis. 27 stone. That's all. That's more than half of the stone in my treasury. Ouch. And quite a bit of copper. Actually, it's all of my copper, really. I'm lucky to just meet that criteria. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to repair it right up. And then I can kind of keep my Hoplet here. Let's do that. So repair is in progress. Let's click into the town to see how long that repair will take. It'll take 2 turns for this settlement to be fully prepared. Can my Hoplet sustain attrition here for 2 more turns? I believe so. His health is looking kind of okay. I can also do a little bit of self-healing while I'm on this tile, which will give me a little more time. So instead of walking this Hoplet back to Neapolis to heal, and then walking him back again to Amphipolis, I think I'm just gonna let him hang tight here. Yeah, and I will do a self-heal. I'm not worried about anyone. I don't think I'm worried about any enemies popping out and attacking me while I'm in a sensitive state. I won't repair Crenetis. I'll let the people slowly rebuild. Okay, that's that. We'll process the turn. Achaemenes' empire, I can see them scouting about with their bows. They're just, taking a peek around. Oh my gosh, ouch. We took good damage there as the hoplite. Gee whiz. They actually attacked my hoplite, and I was almost worried that hoplite would die. I'm surprised about that. How strong is that Peltis unit? The enemy unit? Holy smokes. I know that unit also attacked with the warrior cavalry, but the warrior cavalry had 0 attack, so it should actually nullify. What's happening here? Any attacks going on between these two nations? Doesn't seem so. Are they taking a break? I wonder if they found peace. Nope, they did not. The attack resumes. Oh, the hoplite attacked and died. Oh, they got a replacement hoplite. I'm actually very surprised that Boite is doing so well with their military. Look at how strong their military is. They have a lot of military units. 2 of them died this turn. They lost a hoplite and a peltis this turn attacking. Their peltis cavalry took some good damage. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised because I feel like I'm actually taking all of their gold through trades. They don't have any gold to quickly repair their military units so easily, and they don't have, I would say they have no gold to craft any new recruitments. So, we have learned a new technology, the one that we were currently researching. The Prodrome Cavalry is a new invention, okay. And it has a required techs, the standing army, yeah, okay, subsequent techs foraging. That's cool. Following the use of chariots, which revolutionized tactics in ancient times, light cavalry appeared as a next stage of horsemanship, used for military purpose, equipped only with light armor and mostly missile weapons. The cavalry units were thanks to the mobility used mostly for reconnaissance missions. Got another pop-up screen here. People are fleeing from Amphipolis and Idone. Number of citizens of Amphipolis in Idone has decreased by 10%. People are leaving the city in hope that they find a better livelihood elsewhere. You should take better care of your cities and subjects. The reason why they're fleeing is because the city has low morale and it has loyalty problems, and it is still tactically in a ruins state. Now, I didn't think they could leave during a ruin state, actually. I thought they could only leave when the city's ablaze or on fire, which is emergency mode. But I guess they can kind of start to leave a little bit if the city is in ruin decay. But we are fixing that. I think we have only 1 turn left, and then it should be fine, and people should be prompted to stay. But we only lost 10% of our population. That kind of sucks a bit, but it's not too bad, really. Okay, let's look at what's going on here with our hoplite. Our hoplite, I don't think our hoplite took attrition that turn, actually, because we didn't get a notification saying they took attrition. So that's good. We'll do another self-heal while we're here. We are slowly healing, actually, very little bit. Now we're at 1.9 health, which is good. Now, here's where I'm going to anticipate what to do next. This is a really sticky situation. Got our getaway boat here, just in case. Our hoplite, let's see how much damage our ooh, yeah, I don't like that at all. Our hoplite took a lot of damage during that assault by the enemy Peltis unit. Now, the enemy Peltis unit also took a considerable amount of damage. Yeah, this kind of makes us even Steven here. I don't know what to do. A part of me wants to flee, run away. Because I'm near dead. Well, another part of me wants to stay because the enemy looks in very bad shape as well. In fact, it's saying if I attack the enemy Peltist, I am going to win. Commander device is absolute supremacy, and the prediction accuracy is free from doubt. No doubt. Wow. I don't know, guys. I feel like I want to do this. I know there's a warrior cavalry out there that is also extremely weak, that it probably has no attack strength, but I do know that there's another unit out here, a warrior, who is pretty well off still, so I'm a little bit worried about that. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I would hate to use a hoplite unit, though, because they're expensive. I think I'm going to scram. I think I'm going to retreat. I'm going to get back on this boat. Actually, see this healing symbol on the boat? We can get a little bit of a healing advantage there. Because the boat is, technically, it's like stocked up with some supplies, you know, like canned goods and things like that. It's a place to rest. I believe the boat says it can supply 1 unit military. When we get in here, let's look at that. Yeah, supplies 1 unit. So that's good. We can actually, like, retreat onto our boat and heal up a little bit over time on the boat. Do that. So let's do that. Let's, get back on that boat. Now, we can just let this boat sit here and heal a little bit over time. Or we can sail this boat somewhere else and try to garrison him in a city to heal him a little quicker. We could do that with Potide. It's very close. Let's just sail to Potide and garrison our unit in here instead. We won't be able to, yeah, we're out of action points for the unit, so we can't land yet. We will do that next turn. And I think we might have to land on this piece of land over here, not directly to the settlement. So we'll move 1 more space here, preposition for the next turn. Yeah, okay. Skip that turn for now. Oh, there's something else I wanted to look at. Let's click out of this for now. Let's go back up to these settlements. I want to click on Methone, and I want to click on Pydne. Yeah, let's click on Methone. So I wanted to show you guys this. If you click on a city that once was yours, or has a very low loyalty score, such as them, they only got 12 loyalty to Macedon, the previous enemy. You see this little icon scroll here? I'm hovering over it. It says influence. Insufficient resources. It's asking me to do away with 60 influence points and a little over 7 gold pieces, which I do not have right now. If I did have enough gold pieces and enough influence, I could actually click on this and influence the town for that turn. Influence the citizens of that town to try to flip over to my side, or flip back to my side in this situation, I guess. And that really depends on their loyalty level. The worse loyalty, the better chance they will flip over. But you gotta kind of pay for it, right? So that is an option that I could consider, you know, in the turns to follow. Instead of attacking, I could try to peacefully take them over by bribe, by influence. Bribe and influence, I suppose. Yeah, that's something I might look into. Okay. Skip that unit. And then we're down here. So let's look at this settler. He has finished completing the road, which is great. There's not a lot of work for me to do here. What I can do, I can actually build a road connecting to the coal mine. I could do that for now. Let's run him across and build a road. There's a bridge there. I'll build a road connecting Aphidne to the coal mine. That'll help the production of coal a little bit more. It'll help enhance that. Cost me a little bit of stone to build the road. Okay, our hoplite is going to sit here for now. Well, I don't think this boat up here can hold 2 units, but let's try. Move the hoplite unit to Aphidne. Oh wow, we can actually do that. This boat can hold 2 units. That's amazing. Let's do it. Now there are 2 units in that boat. We still have 5 movement to this boat, so we can actually bring this boat up north too. Let's do that. Bring this boat up north, and let's try to see if we can reclaim Methone and Pydna. Meanwhile, our other unit will heal in the nearby settlement in the Chaldiki lands. Oh, and here we have a boat arrived for our peltist waiting. We haven't learned all the skills of the peltist, but I'm in a little bit of a rush here, so let's just board. And this peltist, I'm actually not going to sail to Methone. I'm going to refortify our settlement up here. Oh, look at the... I don't like how the I think it's... Sestos is having a problem. We're going to look at Sestos in a moment. But I'm going to refortify Perinthos with a unit, just in case our treaty ends with the Odrysian Kingdom. I want some defense up here, because our previous unit was slaughtered and killed. It could take like 6 turns to get up there. Holy. Let's look at Sestos. What is the problem here? It's having a morale issue. I wonder if we can build something up here just to kind of help with that. We can give it a trading center or a thrift city. I like the thrift city for now. Let's build a thrift city for them. It'll take 3 turns to build. That's what it's going to cost. About 4 stone, about 4 gold, 2 pieces of wood. That's fine. And we'll see if the citizens appreciate that any, and their morale improves. Okay. Let's process the turn. By the way, everybody, Greek Wars, Imperiums, it's basically I think it's my favorite strategy war game of all time. Graphically, it seems a little outdated, but that's okay for now for the development company. They're an indie company. But that's okay, it doesn't bother me too much. But really, everything else about this game is just absolutely wonderful. I'm so addicted to playing this game. I play a lot of hours into this game. It's great. I own a lot of strategy games in my arsenal of games on Steam. Lots and lots of strategy games, war strategy games, and this is by far my favorite. Sometimes it rivals with the Total War games, but Total War is a lot more action-based, but I like the in-game action combat, so I play enough Total War too. Especially the Warhammer, because I like fantasy. But I also like the historical aspect of the Warhammer games. Great games too, but quite different from this game, Greek Wars. Greek Wars is a more of a it's a turn-based strategy game, but it's I feel like it's a true strategy game, and the AI is actually quite smart in this game, which I really appreciate because it's hard to find an intelligent AI, when it comes to strategy games. I find that they're not so smart; they're kind of dummies, and over time, the player really adapts to finding those dummy idiosyncrasies of the AI. In this game, it's not so pronounced. I mean, the AI kind of keeps you on edge in this game, and they make smart choices, in my opinion, quite smart choices. Sometimes the choices are not so smart. It happens, but for the most part, the AI is pretty damn smart in this game. Sometimes I feel like I could almost be playing against another human player. That's how smart this AI is. Influence of Boeotia in Marathon is growing, and the morale in the city dropped by 20%. Groups of powerful citizens led a campaign in the city and stirred waves of public unrest. Well, that's not good. I'm going to click out of this. I don't want to look at this settler yet. I want to go back down to my mainland and see what the issue is here. Marathon. Our city has been influenced by Boeotia. So what that means is that Boeotia spent influence points and gold to try to taint our city to slowly try to flip over to their side, which I do not appreciate. That's an act of aggression, in my opinion. It's a spy move. Not great. So we took a morale loss on that one, actually. Our morale has been reduced to 88% from 100. Not cool. If they do that multiple times, we're going to have some problems in Marathon. We're going to have some morale problems. That didn't seem to affect the loyalty, though. I would have actually thought that would have affected the loyalty when influencing is done. I'm pretty sure it was an active, aggressive, influential decision that Boite did to us there, but it may not be. Sometimes nations will just randomly influence settlements beyond the border of their own, depending on certain things in the game, depending on certain conditions in the game. It's sort of random, though. It just happens. That could be the case here, and that wasn't necessarily triggered in a way of aggression by BOT. It just happens. Because usually when you spend influence and gold to influence a city, it affects the loyalty of the city, not the morale. So that's why I'm a little bit confused about that one. But it's okay. We're in good shape still as Marathon. But something worth noticing: not only are they at war with their nation here over in Focus, but they're trying to influence Athens over here too. Athens is undefended, besides their own fortifications. I took all the military units off Athens for now. They're currently sailing away. So I'm really hoping that we won't be attacked in the meantime. We are trading with Boeotia. We're also trading with Eobia up here. And Boeotia is quite strong with their military. I would say their military is actually stronger than our own. But they're currently in a pretty aggressive war against Focus. So as long as they're tied up there, I'm not too concerned about our neighbors wanting to declare a war on us all of a sudden while seeing that we have no military units here. I think their fog of war can see Aphidnae and also Athens, as well our temple and our worker here, and that's about it. I don't think they can actually see Marathon. They can certainly influence Marathon. They can't see Marathon or anything east of us. Okay, what else can we... I might want to start building a little bit of a defensive structure in Aphidnae, just in case. Let's build a stockade here. It's a bit costly. Stone, wood, copper, and gold. Yeah, but let's do it. Kind of get that going. Our settler has finished building his road up there, which is okay for now. I'm gonna lean in a little bit more. I'll build the road towards the east, toward Rhodes. Got a little bit of territory up here. Let's stay a bit safe and build towards the shore, because I don't know what's up here in the northern forest. There might be some wild barbarians up there. I don't know yet. Okay, and we'll still keep the healing going on here with this hoplet. Now, Amphipolis is been fixed up and repaired. It's no longer in ruins, which is good. Do a self-heal. We are going to... Oh, we can unload right into the town, actually, from here. You're not allowed to attack right from the shore. You can't attack a town from the shore. I think you're allowed to attack a unit that is sitting on top of a settlement, but you're not allowed to attack the settlement itself from shore. But this is our own settlement, so we can just walk right in. We can just unload directly to and into the settlement, which we're going to do. Yeah, is it a direct loading? Yeah, we loaded right up. So now we're garrisoned, which is good. We can kind of build this settlement here. We want to build something here. Maybe a stockade as well. Let's build a stockade here. I'm not worried about Chaldiki declaring war on us right now. I don't think so. But just in case, Macedon wants to sail over and attack us. I don't think Macedon has any boats, actually. I feel like they don't have any boats. They may not even have any ports. I'm not sure, so I'm not too worried about that. But just for the sake of rightness, we'll build a stockade. Also, it kind of sends a message to Chaldiki that we do have a defense here, just in case they do want to think about attacking. They might reconsider, because it might be a little bit more difficult to take over Odite. Okay, we are ready to process our turn if we want to. I guess we will do that. Just process our turn. Now there are also ways to sort of work with another faction. They don't have to be your allies necessarily, but there are ways where you can jointly come up with a campaign plan, generally an attack plan, against a mutual enemy or somebody you both mutually feel is a rival. And you can kind of work hand in hand through like a co-targeting system. Oh, look at that. Boite took back its gold mine, I believe. Oh, they punished that settler. Killed an innocent victim. And now they're attacking Boki's general. They killed the... it might not be a general. That might have been an embassy agent. I think Bokis is on the losing side of that war now. Okay, we are ready for a new technology. The game is telling us that. What do we have available here? Monarchy is still locked out. Why is that locked out? Astrology locked. Oh, because we don't have enough gold. We are nowhere near having enough gold. But we do have enough to purchase, get a go on the drill arena technology. It's a 7-turn process technology. It's going to cost us 2 gold pieces that we can afford, and 57.6 research points, or knowledge points, which is basically pretty much all of our collected research points to date. Okay. It also, if we learn drill arena, we will learn the invention discipline. Discipline. Map item keeps its fighting spirit despite losses on the battlefront. So it's a skill that military units can learn. We'll do that. We'll purchase that and get a go on that technology. As you can see, it says drill arena up here. 7 turns to go. We'll leave that boat there for now, as this hoplite unit is healing. Now, again, there's 2 ways to have this hoplite unit heal. We can garrison him. I'm not sure why, but he was actually garrisoned last turn, and for some reason this turn it seems he has popped out of his garrison. I'm not sure why that happened. I've actually never seen that before, that happened, but I swear he was garrisoned originally. Anyway, we can garrison him and he will slowly heal in the garrison, or we can do a self-heal. And I don't know which one is faster. I haven't really quite experimented with it. It's very close though. I wonder if self-healing is faster than a unit being garrisoned. .15% increase, or sorry, if we self-heal, he'll heal by 0.15 units of health into the next turn. We garrison him. I wonder if it'd be more than 0.15. Well, let's just check something out. I'll garrison the unit. Yes, I do want to enter. Do Podite. And then, is there a way where I can find out what that next heal will look like? Click on him. He's garrisoned still. I know it shows him as looking like he's popped back out of the settlement, but he's not. He's actually still in there. They just want to show you the character that you selected. But he's actually still garrisoned, and you can see that because this tab down here is grayed out, and there's an arrow going outwards. It means he's currently garrisoned still. Now I'm trying to... My editing, or my, not my editing software, my webcam recorder is kind of in the way there. I can't quite see the numerical figures down there. So I can't quite see how much it's going to heal, unfortunately. But that's okay, whatever. I feel like a garrisoned unit has the potential to heal quicker than the self-heal. At least at tier 2 and 3 healing ability in a city. I'm not sure he would healing quicker in this city because there's no plus sign here, so it's treating it almost the same as if he was just healing on bare land. But that's fine. I'll leave him garrisoned for now and see how the healing progresses. This unit up here, the reason why I'm not garrisoning the Hoplet to heal in the city is because the city is having a morale problem, and that low morale problem will start to rub off on the military unit, and he will start to accumulate a low morale. So I don't want that, so that's why this unit is not tucked in that city. I'm keeping him outside of the city. Also, I don't think I mentioned this before, if you put a military unit inside of the city doesn't really appreciate military units inside of it because the citizens feel like they're being watched and observed. A level of like martial law to some extent. So they don't really like it. It takes away some of their, autocracy. So you might find that if you have a military unit garrisoned in a city, or too many military units garrisoned in a city, you can have up to a maximum of 3. The morale of that city might start to reduce. Never the loyalty, just the morale. In fact, I think the loyalty improves. So if military units are tucked away in a garrison, I think the loyalty improves, but the morale gets worse. I'm just going to do another self-heal. We are slowly healing that Hoplet. By the way, if your military unit takes a lot of damage, and you're almost like say near death, it takes a lot longer to heal up. So the more hurt that a unit is, equates to the longer it will take to heal up. And the healing is slow to start. So like, my self-heal, it might be in small decimals in enhancement of heal. But as I get closer to fuller health, the healing will be faster per turn. I might heal by a solid 0.25 or a solid 0.5, right? So it's a lot faster. So the game tries to notion you to heal your units as often as possible, even if you take a scratch. If you take a little bit of a beating, try to retreat or heal up real quick, because it's a lot faster to heal up that way, and then go back into the battle. But the more you tax out your soldiers, and the lower their health gets, it'll be, and then you have to retreat when you're very injured. It's going to take a lot longer to get back into the battlefield again. And depending on where you're healing them, of course, with facility matters too, like where you're healing them. Sometimes, better facilities can heal very injured units a little quicker too, right? So the settler has built the road to the coal mines, and now what can I do with this settler? I'm almost thinking I'd like to sail the settler to an island and start working some of the islands, but I got no boats. All my boats are being commissioned elsewhere right now. So, can I build a boat here, like a small one? I don't have money. I was thinking I'd try to learn how to build the small boat. It's kind of like a crappy little boat. It can transport one unit at a time. It's not very good with defense and attack. I usually use the traditional normal boat for scouting missions or quick transports across shore waters. I don't really like to go into deep sea waters because they never survive storms that way. No chance of it. Whereas the bigger boats can sometimes survive a storm. Okay, well, what else can I do for now with the settler? Is this shrubland right here? It is. I can't make a farm there. I think I can make a farm here, yeah. Okay, I'll go to Marathon. I can actually build a farm here on this land. Let's do that. 0.5 gold pieces. And I'll skip this boat's turn. I'm waiting on standby. And let's... Oh, I noticed that I'm having a little bit of a food problem. It looks like I'm actually not making enough food for my citizens. It's in the reds. So, it appears that last turn we slightly starved. Some of our citizens slightly starved. That might be also one of the reasons why Methone decided to flip on us. We might have had a turn there where we were kind of starving a little bit. So, all of our nations, might have taken a little bit of a loyalty hit, or maybe I think it's actually a morale hit. I can't remember what flips a city. If it's morale or loyalty. I always thought it was loyalty, but now I'm starting to think maybe it's morale that flips a city, which is kind of strange. It should be loyalty, right? Strange how I don't quite know that yet. I'm pretty sure it's loyalty actually, but I'm gonna kind of keep my eyes open for that and just double check that, verify that as we go. But yeah, sometimes when your food gets too low and your nation as a whole starts to suffer, starts to starve a little bit, cities that have very low loyalty or maybe morale, that might be just enough for them to flip over to the next side, to some other nation. But we're working on another field, so let's try to get that up and going. Also, I think we still have a trade going on. We're actually giving away a substantial amount of food. Let's see if any of those trades are still active. Actually, they're not. We are not. Oh, we're not trading with anybody right now. Oh, so Voita is actually getting their 2 gold pieces per turn now. That's probably one of the reasons why they're doing so well in the war. They might have been able to purchase another recruit unit for military. Right? They're not. Yeah, Voita. Let's see if we can. Oh, now Voita is actually requesting gold. They want even more gold. Not only they lost a gold mine there actually for a while, so they actually want gold now. So I can't trade them anymore to get gold out of them. And I actually don't really want to help them out. I don't want to give them what they need because I see them as a threat right now, even though we're on okay relations. Yobe stopped trading with us. They're requesting food, coal, and influence. I don't want to give any of that away. What if we can trade with the Adresian Kingdom? You know, I'd like to not make enemies with them right now. And we're on a fragile ground right now, so they want gold, influence, and food. Yeah. They don't really want to get... They don't really want to give that. I wonder. But I'm having a little bit of a food crisis. Just a little bit here. So maybe I should do a little something with the Odresians. What if I give them 1 gold piece per turn and ask for... say, what if they give me 5 food? It's funny how some turns ago we had a huge surplus of food that we're trading away. And now we're not trading that food away anymore, but we actually don't have as much food. Isn't that strange? How that turned out. Does that mean like our oh, you know why too? Because we recruited 1 extra unit of hoplet, so that's 1 gold right off the bat, or sorry, 1 food being utilized right off the bat. Maybe our cities are also the population in our cities is also developing, so they're eating more food. Our birth rate modifier might be a bit high. I'll double check that. But they give us 5 food for a little while. Let's just do a 5-turn trade. See how that goes. Through trade, pick up the relations just a little bit, right? Might help. It might help them not declare war on us again after this peace is over and through. And I want to quickly look at the birth rate support. We're at 20%. Let's notch it up to 25. I think I'm content with that. And we'll process the turn. Looks like Rhodes is going places. Sailing off to who knows where. Oh, there's another nation here by the Adresian Kingdom. Look at those people. They actually just landed. They might be at war with the Adresians, actually. Oh, Chaldiki at war with, what's this nation up here? I think there's Thessalian people. The people of Korkia attacking barbarians in the far west. Ethiopia, sailing around. Doing a little exploration, I suppose. Boytia attacking Bokis gold mine. Ooh, double attack. Yeah, wow, the military is very impressive with Boytia. I actually don't think their opposition has a military anymore. Ooh, yes. Oh, they're done for. They're gonna get steamrolled. Look at that. They're just getting steamrolled right over. They even have a general running around, bolstering up the ranks. The Odrysians have come back to me. Oh, they want to shortchange me a little bit. They still want that gold piece, but instead of 5 food, they want to give me 3 instead. 5 turns still. I don't know. I'll say yeah. I'll say yeah just for now. That's fine. This turn I wasn't in a deficit of food, but I'm pretty close. You know, I'm not in the reds. I had 2 points over, which is good. But just for now, just the next 5 turns, even this 3 will just put me over the top where I don't think I'll have to worry about starvation. I like to just get a few more turns so I can build that farm next to Marathon. That might be all I need to help out for a while. I'll say yes to that trade. We'll skip this boat's turn, but first I just want to check on that Hoplet and see how well he's healing. Oh, extremely slow right now. He could actually be there almost forever. I don't like that. Actually, you know, I think I might be able to heal faster on the boat, because it has a plus symbol on it at least. But, yeah, fixing myself up on that boat might actually be better than sitting in this town. So I'm gonna ungarrison myself, and I'm actually gonna go into the boat instead. Let's see how fast he'll heal in the boat. He's starting to come along nicely, this Hoplet unit. I will do a self-heal. Hey, the settler is, what else can I do with the settler? Normally I'd sail across the sea and hop on one of these islands and start doing some work, but I really don't have any boats. What I'm going to do is bring him to Marathon, and then I'm going to build a road south into this territory. What I'm thinking is, I might try to plant a new settlement right here. To start, start a new settlement. It's got some nice green land here. You know, I can build a little bit of farms. That might help out my global agriculture. So let's do that. Build a road right down here. Oh, the settler is actually meeting this military unit that belongs to Rhodes. What are our relations with Rhodes? Let's see. Ah, we've got a defensive pact with Rhodes. That's good. Now I saw this nation creeping up here with the Odrysians. This one right here. It's actually a vassal that belongs to the Achaemenid Empire. Phagria. Phagria has landed right here on the coast and took over an Odrysian tile, which means they're at war with them. That's interesting, what's happening there. Okay. What I could actually do with this settler, I could also build a new town somewhere here. It'd be an undefended town, but I do have support coming pretty soon. Several more turns from now. And the Rhodes are encroaching. So this is actually unclaimed land here. It's actually barbaric land. Counts as unclaimed land. And this soldier is claiming land as he moves. So I don't want him to move too much into this direction, right? Because he's just claiming land. Of course it's crappy land. Look, it's just shrub land. Do I even care? It's just crappy shrub land. Do I even want to make a settlement here? I don't think so. I don't think so, really. Let's not do that. I don't care about that. I'll bring the settler back. I'll just build a farm here for the heck of it. This tile can't be worked right now. See, it can't be worked, but I'm just gonna make one in preparation. So when the pop turns 3 here, and this tile will be worked, it can be worked right away. Just because my settler's very bored, he has nothing to do right now. Just trying to keep him busy. Okay, Sestos. The morale of Sestos did slightly increase thanks to us building the thrifty city, but let's build something more. Let's build a stockade, I think. No, let's go with a smaller defense structure, a little bit cheaper. Let's go with the defense, just in case we get attacked by somebody. I'm actually a little bit worried about the what if the Achaemenid Empire decides to sail to our little island here and attack us, because it does have a resource on it. Let's make a defense here. Of course, also we are bored with the Idrisian Kingdom too. This little narrow land corridor here. Okay. And Marathon. Do we want to make a... Can we build a structure here? I wonder if we should do that. We have a little bit of resources here for building. Let's do a thrifty city or a marathon. The less consumption our cities take per turn, the more we can save in resources, right? Turn by turn. Processing turn. Wow, that Rhodes military unit is coming right up to us. We got a defensive pact, which is good, but it's claiming land right around us. But I don't care about that land. It's kind of crappy land. It's not really fertile or anything. There's some nice forestry land up in the north. Maybe that might be worth something, but I don't care enough to put a settlement there, especially when it's undefended. The weakest, newest cities fall fast and easy. If you have a city that has a high population, even if it has no defense, high population acts as its own internal defense because it's just so many citizens. Hard to take a bunch of citizens over at once, you know? Sometimes you have to attack the city more than a few times, or maybe a few times I should say, to take it over. Oh, look at that. They're attacking their city now. Didn't take it, but... Oh, I think they're going to take it now. Bokis is doing very bad right now. They actually might be the first nation faction in the game to be completely eradicated. I am worried about my neighbor. They have a very mighty military. They're bloodied up right now, but they got a lot of soldiers. Got a general screaming away. They're now accumulating more resources and mines from their enemy. Oh, the Idrisian Kingdom is offering me some treaties here. They're asking if we want to sign on to a city visibility treaty as well as a tile visibility treaty. I think you guys know what that means. The treaty that allows us to see all of our cities between our nations, and another one that enables us to see all of our owned tiles between the nations. Now, do I want to do that? Do I want to give the Idrisian Kingdom privy to what all of my lands look like? Would that matter to them? They're sort of a barbaric people, like they're like barbarians trying to become civilized. There's something in between. I don't think their tech is probably quite low. They may not be able to build any boats right now, so I don't have to worry about them sailing off to my lands for a while. I am considering to sign that. And then I get to see all their cities at least. I'd be interested in that. I'd like to see if they have any cities nearby. I know where their capital is, but I'd like to see if they have any cities nearby my settlement called Neapolis, my port city. I will sign on that deal. Also, the more treaties you have, like these are all these treaties, the more of them you have checked off, The closer bonds you will, tie in with that nation, which is always a good thing. But you don't have to sign off on them. They're not always strategically of mind to do that. I mean, you may not want certain treaties, and that's perfectly fine too. You guys can read over that real quick too, right? What kind of treaties there are. But they got the defense pact right there, the brothers in arms. Those are in bold because those are big treaties right there. And defensive pact means, for those who don't know, if another nation attacks either one of you who have signed on that defensive pact, both nations will go to war against the aggressor. So, like, say an aggressor declared war on me, but did not declare war on the Adresian kingdoms, the Adresian kingdom would join the war automatically, simply because I was attacked. And vice versa, if they were attacked by an enemy, then I would automatically join the war. So that's the defensive pact. If myself or the Adresians decide to attack as the aggressor, attack another nation, the other won't be a part of it because it's only a defensive pact. Whereas Brothers in Arms is different. That's a full-out alliance. So if the Adresians declared war on somebody, or I declared war on somebody, we would both enter that war at the same time. It's like a defensive pact plus an aggressive pact. I'm going to say yes. We also have the opportunity to quickly look at the map more at large, so if you press this map button, you can look at the map before you sign off on a treaty, in case you just want a little more information. We'll say yes. So as you can see, 2 check marks there. We now have those treaties established. The Adresians' attitude has also changed towards us. It's amplified. We are now at friendly relation. That's because we have a peace deal. We have a bit of a trade deal going on, and I feel that they're at war with the Phegria right now, and they don't have any real mind to be at war with us. We're just a tiny little settlement, off to their side, right? But I don't think they're too concerned about us right now. And they probably know that they have a better military advantage over us in that location on the map, so they have confidence. So that's why they're friendly towards us. Oh, Sparta has also just offered us a peace treaty. They want city visibility, tile visibility, map item information. This is like your mines and any item, external item on the map. Mines, temples that we might have, stables, blacksmith facilities, all that kind of stuff. They'll be able to see ours, we'll be able to see theirs. Unit visibility, this is all the units in the game, both military units and assistant units like settler. The general, embassy agents. They also want trade route access. This means trade route access means that we are allowed to send our trade cargo wagons and things through their territory to trade with other nations beyond their territory, their lands. It's route access. So that's pretty strategic if you actually want to trade through, like other nations through their lands where you otherwise would not have access to. So it really opens up the doors of trade around the globe. And they would bank out on that better for themselves, the trade route access, because through Athens there's a lot more nations that they can interact with. But Sparta is actually just down in the south. Beyond Sparta is actually nothing. It's just waters. So actually, the trade route access deal means nothing to me. I'm not going to make any gain from that. But the other features are nice. Unit visibility, map item info. Sparta's currently on friendly relations with me, so I might want to keep that up, right? Keep the friendly relationship with Sparta. Let's go for it. Let's sign on that one. All trades with Odrysian Kingdom had been cancelled. What? Trade route between Odrysian Kingdom and Athens cannot be used anymore, and all trade deals have been cancelled. Finding a reliable trade route is very difficult nowadays. We should encourage the opening of new trails. Now, why did that happen? Well, we can see the Odrysian land now because we just signed that treaty. Look at this. You can see everything. Whoa. Pretty cool. They actually have a lot of land. Other land. They got a lot of settlers. Their infrastructure is very weak. Look, they have almost nothing built. Like, no roads, no farms. They are definitely a nomadic sort of barbaric society that is really trying to stretch their wings and get into the civilized world. They got some military units here, really warriors. There's some issue happening here. Oh, why don't we have access to Tekjos, their capital city? That tells me their capital city was taken by the enemy. That is not good. There's a landing party here, and they came here on this tile. They must have attacked the capital city and won and took it over. Holy schmoly. Nation of Frigids. Figures, blah, blah, blah. How do you say their name? Figuria, that's right. Figuria. Took the capital city of the Odrysians. Holy. We have a fog of war here. I don't know what's in this area. Probably barbaric land, I'm guessing, surrounding our settlement of Abdera, all the way over to Neapolis. Probably all barbaric land here. Yeah. What kind of resources do they have? Not too much. They got a stone mine. They got a copper mine. They have a coal mine. That's it. They don't even have a gold mine. Oh, what's here? This might be gold. Yeah, they have a gold mine. So they have one mine of each type of resource. Okay. A lot of trees. A lot of agricultural land, which is actually pretty nice. Look at all that green land they have. Okay. Our settler is done building the farm again. And, Should I try to run up here and build a city? I don't know. I don't know about that one. More land is always good, right? But it's kind of crappy land. How's our wood doing? We don't have the greatest wood. Well, we actually don't have good wood coming in. You know what? It might be good. It might be worth it to... I'm changing my mind about this. Maybe we should try to make a settlement up here that monopolizes on forestry. But I don't like how I can't claim yet land because so settlers can't claim land, only military units can. And I don't want a divide to happen. I don't want to plant a city up here, then have Rhodes come in and claim all this land in between. That would really suck. Let's hang tight. Let's put this settler back in here, and maybe let's try to save some. Oh yeah, we can't do that. Yeah, that feature isn't in the DLC, where you can decommission a unit for a while to save some money and bring it back. That's not implemented in the main vanilla version of this game. It's only in the DLC versions. I keep having to remind myself that. Okay, well at the very least we can just garrison this unit. We can also learn a skill for the settler. Defense. I think I'll do that. I'll learn defense for the settler, and then garrison the settler, and that'll kind of give that settlement a little bit of extra defense until my reinforcements come to, give a little extra attention to that settlement. Our hoplite unit is still healing. Let's continue that. Let's do another self-heal. And our hoplite unit is healing in this boat over here, very slowly. I'm not happy with the level of healing. It is very slow. In fact, the hoplite unit hasn't healed at all in this boat. They still have only 0.8. You know what? Let's sail them back. I'm going to sail my hoplite unit back to the mainland and have them garrison Athens. Because I think Athens will give him better healing. More of a manpower pool to choose from to retrain and put more soldiers back into that unit, build it up. And we have another boat coming anyway, filled with 2 military units, on way to Methone and Pagna. They'll arrive shortly enough. What do I want to do here? Amphipolis, I want to look into this town and build something. It's having a morale and loyalty problem right now. I'm not really too concerned about being attacked here, so let's build a thrift city. And I think we can process our turn. Oh, I want to take a quick look at Sparta, because we're allowed to see in their lands now. Look at Sparta down here. Oh, they got quite a military, actually. Holy, 3 hoplite units. 1 peltist cavalry, 1 peltist unit. And they've got a agent here. Okay. Temple. Got a stone mine. They have a coal mine. They have a gold mine. Okay. Actually, they don't have very many resources. They don't have a copper mine? Oh, wow. Sparta actually doesn't have a copper mine at all. So they really have to trade for their copper then. They do have a blacksmith. I don't even have that. I don't have a blacksmith. Do I even have that technology at hand? Yeah, I do. I can. I don't have enough gold to make them though. But I don't think I have blacksmiths anywhere. Oh, they do. That's pretty cool. No blacksmiths. That's actually something I should save up for. I should save up to build a blacksmith. I can extract a little bit more production out of some of these mines. Okay, let's process the turn. How I love this game, guys. How I love this game so much. I could play this game forever and ever more. It's sort of relaxing too, you know? It's like a high-end thinking strategy game. It gets a lot rougher and more complicated than what you're seeing on screen right now, I'll tell you that. But it's kind of like a chill game, like, you know? I really like, if I have a stressful day and just want to taper down, we'll look at Sparta. We can actually see some of their battles in their, kind of bleeding into the fog of war a little bit, but on their borders we can see what's going on. They're at war with a nation right beside them. Actually, that was a big war in history, where a lot of the Greek nations in that peninsula down there in the south, it was crazy. They were just all agile. Oh, look at this Figuria attacking the Odrysians from the capital that they just took. Oh gosh, wow. I think they're dumping more units there. They must have sailed a boat over there twice or 3 times over and just keep dropping off new military units. That's a little bit frightening. More so for the Odrysians, I would say, than for my own settlement, which is still undefended, by the way. Oh, the Odrysians are trying to take their capital back. Chop away at it. I think they actually took it. They might have taken it. That's an agent. Corkia attacking the Echelon tribes. We see some Achaemenid vassals sailing around. Well, they just killed a barbarian independent general. Focus being eradicated by Boeotia. Losing their settlements now. That's their capital being attacked. Their capital is now being attacked by a hoplite. And now Apeltis is attacking their capital. They could lose their capital in this turn. It is lost. I believe that might be the end of Focus. We might have one more turn to survive, and that's it. They have one city left and it's badly damaged, and it's just one of their minor settlements. Macedon has offered us a peace proposal. Do you want to accept signing peace treaty from Macedonia? Their attitude towards us is reserved. It's picked up a little bit because not a lot of aggression has happened between the two of us for several turns now. But I really want to take back Methone again, I think. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no to this treaty. Not yet. They are now in disdain for us because we rejected their treaty. Now with this, when you're in wartime, sometimes you'll get these options here to help bolster your odds in military combat. This one's called Prophecy. Morale of our soldiers is increased by 30%, which is quite substantial. Probability of success of this happening is a 65% chance. In case it fails, you risk army desertion. So, kind of scary, right? It's a real casino roll on that one. Next one over, called Propaganda. Morale of our units increases by 9.1%. That figure sort of changes here and there in time, but it's around that mark. It depends on things. This will cost us resources if we want to issue a propaganda campaign. It costs us gold, some citizens, copper, and wood. Morale increased by 9%. Okay. This one over here is called Strategy Review. Morale increase is 15% for our soldiers. The probability of success is 70%. Not too bad. It'll cost us 33 research points or knowledge points plus 2 gold. So if we fail, the outcome on this one, we just lose those resources. I am interested in executing one of these actually. Not just yet, but if things get a little tight in the war for Methone, I might execute one of these. Might be worth it. Trade proposal. The Molossian Kingdom is asking us for a trade. I don't know where the Molossian Kingdom is. Well, I have an idea where they are, but I don't know very much about them at all. It's one of the Greek factions of the game that I know almost nothing about because they're in the fog of war. I have an idea of where they might be situated. They have an open-ended deal for us. They're just saying, hey, we would like to give you or offer you 1 gold piece for anything. It's up to you. So anything we want for a gold piece. It's recommended to offer them slaves, influence, and gold. How does that make sense? It's recommended to offer them gold, and they want to give us gold. That's a bit strange to me. Why are they offering us gold if they are actually recommending gold? If they want gold. I think it's the first time I've ever seen that idiosyncrasy in this game, to be honest. Well, do I want gold? I'm still having a little bit of food issues. My food is depreciated slightly again this turn. I don't like that. I need to make more farms. I guess I'm not... I could give them a little bit of influence, I suppose, for some gold. Let's try giving them... I have 88 influence points right now, and I'm producing 5.1 influence per turn. Let's try for 4 influence points. That'll still give me 1 point of influence per turn. I'll give them 4, and I'll reduce the turn duration down to... let's try for 10 turns. Let's try for 10 turns. See if they'll give us 1 gold piece for 4 influence for the next 10 turns. Send that through. Now the trade was not so great on there. The trade theft, it was at 42%. So that means I'm willing to risk losing up to 42% of trade value. In fact, I think the trade loss value was like in the 30s there, which is like a sure thing. So I'll be losing 30% of the product. So I won't be receiving that 1 gold piece. I'll actually be receiving something more like 0.7 gold. And they probably won't be receiving all the influence that I'm sending them. They'll probably take a 30% reduction hit on the 4 influence units that I'm giving them. The Achaeans. Achaea, they are... asking us for a city visibility treaty. I think I'd be fine with that. I'd like to try to bring in more Greek states into my scope of influence, if I can. We'll see how that goes. Say yes to that. Oh, the Olympic Games are coming. Olympic Games will take place next turn. If we can cover the fees, we should not miss this opportunity to win not only prestige, but also quite a large amount of gold. Costs a small amount of gold and influence. Gains a victorious great amount of gold and influence. Let's hover over this icon. And joining and winning the Olympic Games brings substantial gold and influence resources. To join the Olympic Games, it's going to cost us 3 gold and 5 influence. Let's go for it. Let's see how lucky our athletes might be. Who knows how many nations around the world will join the Olympics? I don't know. I think all nations in the world are allowed to join the Olympics. I'm just not sure about the far, far east. I don't know if Achaemenid's kingdom is allowed to join. I can't quite remember. I have to remind myself that. If they're allowed to or not. We'll know for sure, depending on, after this contestant is over, or the contest is over, we'll see which factions joined, and we'll see the winner. So let's do that. Let's join. State decision outcome. You cannot participate in the next Olympics. The costs are now insignificant. The costs are not insignificant, but neither are the prizes in prestige if we win. Okay. We're going to heal this hoplite unit again. Self-heal. And, oh, that's interesting. The Macedonians have a defending boat here. It's just a normal boat, so it's not that strong of a boat. They're trying... They put a wedge here. They're trying to defend Pydnia and Methone by sea. Isn't that funny? But I have a very strong fleet. I believe that if you have a boat that has units garrisoned in it, the boat's attack and defense become amplified. There's a multiplier. It's actually a pretty decent multiplier. I don't know what that multiplier is, but it's evident. And yeah, we have 2 units here. 1 hoplite and 1 peltas. So I think we're gonna just terminate this this boat here that belongs to Macedon. I'm actually surprised that I even see a Macedonian boat. I didn't think they were capable of creating boats, actually. They must have a port up here somewhere. Probably in Therma, or maybe Pella has a port. Ah, that surprises me, actually. Well, let's attack that boat, because we're going to invade Methone and Pydnia. We're going to try to take it back. Here we go. Attack, attack. A draw? I'm surprised we did not completely dismantle them. Wow. I don't want to snap 2 yet. Let's go back to a previous fight. Wow. Look at this boat here. What? It took no damage. Oh, there's a Peltas unit in that boat. I didn't realize that. They have a military unit inside of that boat. The boat took no damage during that attack. Wow. What about me? Same with me. That was a very standstill battle that just took place. We both did not take damage. Isn't that crazy? The off-balancing of units, well, did well for both. We'll see about next turn. I'll try attacking them again. We'll see. If the action points get low enough, you will start losing some points. Like, again, how many action points you have will give a multiplier to attack and defense. That's why we might have both sustained this, because we might have both been at full action points before that battle took place. The next turn, we'll see. I'm not touching Abdara right now with any city builds yet, especially defense. Or should I do that? Maybe I should, because I forgot. The Odrysians aren't necessarily around here. Who knows what's in the fog of war? Could be barbarians, right? Can we make a small defense, maybe? Oh, we can do a stockade. Let's do that. I'll feel a little bit more comfortable if I can get a little bit of something there. Build the stockade. Technological progress. Important steps have been made towards further technological progress. Fortification technology was unlocked. Once sufficient resources are available, we can start researching this technology. Cool. We can fathom better fortification technology now. Not yet learned, but we can fathom it, which means it opens up in our tech tree. And you know why that happened? It's because we've been building a lot of like lower end defensive structures lately, and that's what kind of gave rise to the people to want to fathom more, better defensive structures. Okay, our military unit is now here, our reinforcements. So we're gonna send them right into the city, put them right in the city. I'm not too worried about enemies here anymore. We're no longer at war with the Adricians. They're very tied up with Phrygia. If anything, I might be a little bit hesitant with Phrygia because we don't know who they are. They belong to the Achaemenid Empire, which is quite large there in the east. Okay, I think I'm going to sail this boat away. I can use this boat elsewhere. Let's sail this boat towards Methone, just in case I need a little extra attack juice here for Navy warfare. I'll send them there for now. Oh. One space. Oh yeah, because I used most of the action points up getting the unit here. That's fine. But I do have a glimpse here. Now I see that Phrygia, they are sending all these units here by way of a galley boat, which can hold 2 units for sure. Huh, interesting. Okay. Oh, wait a second. Our settler. I don't really want my settler here anymore. Can I, yeah, my boat's still here on an adjacent tile. I'm actually gonna run my settler into the boat. Get that settler sailing away. Bye-bye. That's so cool. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, I'll still sell that boat over to Methone as a bit of a navy support there. And if things are going well over there, I will actually sail that settler to one of my islands, and the settler can start working the tiles of the islands. Okay, that's great. Okay, let's process this turn. Messenia, attacking Sparta. Oh, Sparta attacking a Messenian gold mine. Oh, they took it. Holy smokes. It's a damaged mine now. Quite damaged, but it does belong to Sparta now. Phrygia expanding into Odrysian territory. Looks like they're trying to claim a little bit of barbaric land too. This might be the last, yep, this is the last settlement of Phokis. Not quite taken. Once that's taken, I believe their faction will be completely destroyed. Phokis was defeated, yes, they are gone. That faction is no more. Oh, so here's a mandatory objective window. I believe it's the first of its kind. And, well, this is how it works. We choose any of the listed options. You have to select a mandatory objective that you commit to complete. The longer you wait, the less time you will have to complete it. The current penalty for postponing the decision is currently 0 turns. 5 turns left to choose. So I got 5 turns to think about which of these choices I want, and once I choose, I have to complete the agenda within the allotted amount of time. In this case, both are 19 turns. So I've got to complete either Invisible Army, 19 turns, or Eschelos in 19 turns. I'm going to skip Eschelos because I'm nowhere near meeting that objective. As you can see, the objective gauge is 0% build, so that's not so great. I will definitely go with the Invisible Army because I'm already halfway there. 50% objective complete. Invisible Army. The rivalry between the Hellenic states is never-ending. Doubtless, it will be but a matter of time before the Hellenic world is set afire once more. And this time we need to be prepared. Our military needs to be increased in size and power to be able to counter any threat. 19 turns to increase our military power. Now, a lot of these mandatory objectives they can read as quite vague, and you don't know exactly what you're supposed to do to achieve the mandatory objective, but that's the point. The developers and game designers, they decided to make it that way because they didn't want anything very systematic for the player to be able to understand exactly how to meet an objective. They wanted to make it sort of ambiguous and have a bit of an idea of how to move forward in general, and then hopefully get there. That's just the way the game plays. But as you play this game over and over again, you'll get a greater and greater feeling as to what meets those objectives and how to get there quicker. That just comes with experience and practice. So we'll go ahead and select that one. The Invisible Army, 19 turns remaining, okay. If we complete it, we get a bonus reward. If we complete it within 19 turns, we get 20 gold and 20 influence, which is pretty cool. Also, the morale in some of our cities might increase. If we fail to complete, we get a penalty. The morale in some cities might drop. Okay, we clicked on that, and we got a trade recommendation coming in from... it's a trade acceptance from the Molossian Kingdom. They've accepted that trade from our previous turn. Trade offer was signed, trade duration was reduced to 9 turns though. We wanted to reduce the trade by turns, that's okay. The trade loss limit, we set that for ourselves as 42%. The current trade loss itself will be 37% though. So we're going to be losing 37% of our product coming in. Not the greatest, but it's something, I don't mind right now. 9 turns is okay. Thessalian League is requesting treaties. They would like a city visibility treaty. They would like a tile visibility treaty. They would like a map item info treaty. They would like a unit visibility treaty. They would also like a trade route access. Oh, interesting. Now, Thessalian League is up in the north. I believe they're just south of Macedonia. So I'm content with this treaty. That is fine with me. It allows me easier trade into the northern territories. Not that I want to trade with Macedonia right now, but there's some northwest territories there that I could trade with, including Massalian. They are there as well. And actually, if I can open that trade route access up, I might be able to lower that trade depreciation percentile from 37%. I might be able to lower that, which would be good. So that'd be interesting. I'll sign on this, and then next turn I'll check out the trade loss on that Molossian trade route and see if it improves any. Also, signing these extra little treaties, you know, it can help to improve the attitude relationship. Vassalian League is so far peaceful with me. Peaceful attitude relations. A trade proposal made by Achaea, or Achaea. They want to give us 1 stone, and they're kind of open as to what we could give them back. They're not too picky. They just want to make some sort of a trade. It's recommended to offer them knowledge, wood, or influence. And I think we might give them. We're only making 0.68 influence per turn now because we're selling 4 units off to the Mousilian Kingdom. Don't want to give any more influence away. I can do with 1 unit. I can go into the depreciation just a little bit for a little while. I don't mind losing influence per turn, just as long as it's just a little bit. But I have to give them something else too. I don't know if I want to give them anything. What do I want to give them? Coal? I could give them a 1 coal piece. I'm getting really, I don't even know if they would sign on to that. I could give a knowledge point to them. Could do that. Wrong one. Not food. We want knowledge. Research points. Let's give them 1. So 1 coal, 1 knowledge point, and 1 influence point for 1 of their stone. And let's do that for 7 turns. That's what they're asking for. They want a 7-turn deal. The trade loss will be 11% on that. It's not too bad. We'll offer that proposal. I think Achaea is also one of our defensive allies in the league. Oh, the nation of Elis won the Olympic Games. Wow, pretty cool. It is fair contest, but there can only be 1 winner. Laurels to the athletes from Elis. Their prize was 77 influence points and 19 gold pieces. Wow, what a win. The gods also acknowledged the participants from Korkia, Boeotia, Athens, Messenia, and Corinth. So those were the those were the nations that participated in the Olympics, this round anyway. And I think they go every 4 years. And every turn in the game, I believe, is 1 season. So 4 seasons in 1 year. 4 turns make up a year. Next message. Treasure map discovered. These events happen sometimes. Our spies found a man who claims to know a way to a hidden treasure. We should send one of our heroes or generals to find out more, and perhaps he will find and bring us a cache of great treasure. Let's take a look at that. These are player objectives. Oh, the Invisible Army, that's the mandatory player objective that is currently in effect. These are all the player objectives that you can try to fulfill at any time, as long as they're listed here. What's the new one we just saw? Treasure Hunt, this one here. 0% fulfilled, so we're far from getting anywhere on that one. The treasure hunt rumors about hidden treasures are not uncommon. The Mediterranean Sea is full of pirates and bandits. Still, we should send one of our heroes or generals to obtain a treasure map before someone else does. Then we can decide who and when will search and collect the great riches. Oh, cool. Let's look at the map, treasure map. So, treasure hunt initial information. So the dark red is actually just our territory, our country, and it might be hard for you guys to see, but the brighter red, it's just a little tiny dot right up here. That is the initial treasure hunt should be instigated. So in that area is figured where the treasure is. So we would have to send our general or hero, which is essentially the same thing. hero is the general, general is the hero. We have to send it up there, and then there will be like a multitude of tiles up there, and we just have to start digging per tile. I don't know if we can do that if it's not our territory, though. We might be able... I think we can. I think generals can trespass into other nations' territories. It's just that if you do, they can attack you and kill you, and they don't need to go to war with you. So they have every right to attack you and kill you if they don't really like you there for trespassing. So we could go there and look for the treasure, but we have to be a little bit careful. It's best if we would be on good relations with the nation where that treasure resides, because then there's a better chance they won't attack us. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not going to worry about that treasure hunt for a while right now. I would like to see more player objective quests like that. Fun little quests like that, especially treasure hunts in future DLC. That would be interesting. There are very few in these games. The main game, the vanilla game that we're playing now, and every DLC that comes after this. These sorts of treasure hunt games and side quests are not very prolific. They're quite sparse. Okay, start the turn. Now we've got our settler here, and we are allowed to build a settlement here. The icon is lit up. It says build town. It's going to take 2 turns to build the town. It's going to cost us 10 wood, 1 gold, and 1 stone unit. Initial yields for plopping that city down will be there will be that city tile will be able to work 4.2 units of food, as well 1.4 units of wood. But before I plop that city down, sometimes it can be a little bit more strategic to set up the vicinity first before you put that city down. So what I like to do, being how I know when I plop down a new city, it'll be 1 population. And 1 population is allowed to work the 4 adjacent tiles around it, including the tile that the city is sitting on itself, which will bring certain yields. What I want to do is kind of set it up a little bit. So what I'm thinking to do is actually build farms on all the grass tiles next to it ahead of time. And then we got a wood tile here. I'll leave that alone, or a woodland tile. So after I build 3 farms, then I will plop the settlement down. And then right away, that settlement will not only work its settlement tile, but it'll start working the adjacent tiles as well, which will give me more food right off the bat. The cool thing about this game is that if you have a low population settlement that is working a lot of farm tiles, that's where you get your surplus food, not only for that city but for the entire nation, because that 1 pop city does not need 2, 3, 4 tiles of farm to sustain itself. That's above and beyond what it needs. So all that surplus actually goes to your main treasury pool, and that can be dispersed back out within between the turn process to all other settlements that you have that might need food, that might be a little under and starving. It saves the day for them. So yeah, and but for a larger city like Athens up there, has a pop of 5, and if you guys can see, it only has 1 farm tile. That's it. So the agriculture that is being worked around the tiles of Athens is actually not enough to sustain the population of Athens. They are technically starving. If it weren't for the surplus of farm and agriculture land that we are working elsewhere around other cities in our nation, Athens would be starving and having a terrible time. But because we do have that surplus of food, even after trade, we have a bit of a surplus food. Athens is fine. They are not starving. They're eating okay. Now, some of the turns that I've went through, I'm slightly starving. There are some cities, and it's kind of randomized, but they're always like the higher pop cities usually. They might take a little bit of an attrition hit. Starving cities don't necessarily get damaged. They lose morale and loyalty if they start starving. So you don't want that to happen too much, because if they starve, they might end up flipping and going to a different nation. And I don't think they take damage. If they're starving a lot, I don't think they take damage. In future DLCs, though, it can lead to riots and rebellions, though. Riots and rebellions are not a function in this main game, but in some future DLCs, that's an implementation. And, well, riots and rebellions, and actually even civil wars, it's an interesting mechanic, I'll say that. It's an interesting mechanic in future DLCs. Okay, we'll go down to this fertile land here, and let's build a farm. Oh, the Macedonians moved their navy boat. It's gone now. Oh, all the better for me. Now I can move right in. Oh, there it is. It's actually still there. They just moved back one space. I can bypass the boat and just put the men right on the tile here. I think I'll do that. I'll bypass that boat for now. I won't attack it. I will just land my 2 units onto the shore. Okay, I actually still have some attack movement, or not attack movement, but I have some action point ability here. I have 4 points. I will go ahead and attack this boat. Absolute supremacy, reliable assessment. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Should destroy it. Good. That Macedonian boat is now destroyed. And that's because I'm pretty sure its attack points were actually lower. It might have been at a 1 or a 2 because it moved back a space. Very good. Now I think that was their one and only boat, so I don't think the Macedonians have any more boats, so I feel good about that. My Hoplite unit is almost healed. 3.6 out of 4 health and defense, so that's good. Yeah, we'll heal one last time, and then we'll figure out what we want to do with this Hoplite next. What kind of mission we want to send him on. Over here, our Peltist is now reinforcing Parenthos, just in case it should get under attack someday. I'm not worried about that right now, though. I think I'm going to try to run my Peltist up here to claim any land it can. Because right now, Rhodes is trying to claim land where it can, as well as Figuria, who has landed here. They're War of the Adresians, but I noticed they had a Peltist up here claiming some land. So I'm going to run up here and try to claim whatever I can. Oh, Figuria already claimed that space, so I can't get that one. Let's see if I can. I'll run over here. This is just shrub land. It's kind of crappy, useless land. But I'll take it anyway, just because I might be able to create a path up to the north, you know, and I might be able to settle up here at some point. But I will only do that if I have a navigation waypoint there through my own territory. I don't want to be pinched off between these two factions, and I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to close in on this land, and if it gets to the point where I'm bottlenecked and pinched right off, I won't pursue any missions up here in the forested north to settle. But for now, I'll take this piece of land. Why not? Can I take another one? Oh, I still have some action points. I have 2 more action points, so I can actually run up here again. Yes. If I can even just make one narrow pathway up here, you know, so I can build a road up into the north, that would be all I need, you know, to make a settlement up here somewhere at some point. Okay, we've actually moved all of our pieces on the board, so the game is telling us we can process our turn. Now, the question is, do I want to do anything else? This is funny, we have a stone mine that belongs to us on a separate island. Good luck getting there. The production would be terrible. Sestos is the closest city, I believe. So Sestos would be working that faraway tile. Oh yeah, I'll remind you guys too. Mines, if you own a mine, that tile will always be worked by a city, doesn't matter how far away it is. You don't have to have the white highlight around the mine to work it. I believe that if you do happen to have a white tile over top a mine, I think the production value does increase to a certain extent, so that's good, but it's not necessary. This stone mine over here is being worked right now. It's going to be worked by Sestos. The production would be very bad though. Let's take a look at it. Production is actually 3. Oh, that's surprisingly good. That's strange. Usually when a mine is very far away from a city, especially across water, the production value is very low. For some reason, we're getting a territory production bonus of 25%. Oh, you know why that is? It's because we own a whole territory province area. So these islands that we own here, from Maureen to Sestos, and probably upwards towards Abdera, this counts as a sort of province territory. So we're actually getting a bonus because of that. That's cool. That's why we're getting a production bonus for the mine. It'll actually be a production bonus for any tile that we are allowed to work in this area. Okay, I want to see if I can build something here. Stockade or a trading facility. Let's do a trading market because that'll help me retain gold. And then maybe after that, we'll try to work on a stockade here. Okay, we'll do that. And I want to take a look at Boeotia and what they've done down here. They've destroyed Focus. They're no longer here. So Boeotia has become even more powerful. They have all the lands of Focus now, including their mines. They have a lot of mines. Look at this. I'm worried. 2 stone mines, 2 gold mines, 1 copper mine. One copper mine actually they have 2 copper mines now. And, oh yeah, 2 gold mines. They have 2 of each mine now. 2 gold, stone, copper, and coal. Wow. That is just great for them. Now, I'm a little bit worried about that. My relations are okay with them right now, but I've got to start strengthening up some defenses here in my mainland. I might even consider recruiting a new military unit just to have situated here, because I'm actually undefended right now. Okay, we'll process the turn.